Hi, I'm Viva, and I'm with the Spirits of St. Petersburg in St. Petersburg, Florida. We were established in 1997. We are located at the St. Petersburg Museum of History, and this is our leader, Dr. Brandy Stark, and she's going to tell you a little something about the museum.
This is the oldest museum in St. Petersburg, founded by Mary Wheeler in 1922. So it's over 100 years old, which is pretty cool. It celebrated its 100th anniversary last year with a groundbreaking and a new wing that is being built. I have actually heard about this museum being haunted for 15, 20 years. This is one of those bucket list investigations that you hear about and it's taken forever to get in, but Rui was like, yep, let's do it. The story that I have heard, am I allowed to say this? It's mostly urban legend, or is it? So the story that I had initially heard about the museum was about the mummy. So how many of you got anything with the mummy, just out of curiosity? Okay. So the mummy's ghost was supposed to be haunting the museum. So the story was that the shadow of the mummy could be seen roaming through the halls. I have spoken with folks who worked here, and they're like, nah, the mummy's fine. She's crossed over. But it's kind of that really cool urban legend that really got me to come here. And then we actually started hearing... Well, we heard a lot more from the museum staff. So do you want me to do that reveal later?
Later.
Okay.
Yep.
But we want to thank the History Museum very much for letting us do this. And in fact, they're looking at maybe letting us do it quarterly to see what we can find. And of course, the History Museum is perfect because we've got artifacts. This particular spot that we're in right now was built on top of the original building. So this was the 1950s rebuild that we're standing in, and this is what I remember for the History Museum when I moved here in ’92. Was basically this big room. Yeah. All right.
Okay, so where is Nancy?
We lost her.
We lost her.
Did she fall into a portal?
Yeah, please go up and get them. We've already we have about 30 guests this evening. And we've already let them tour the museum and test out various equipment that they brought with them or test drive some of ours. Things that we're utilizing tonight are the SLS camera, the spirit portal, which consists of the spirit box, 2 guitar pedals, and a miniature amp. Let's see, what else are we utilizing? An EMF detector. K2
Infrared.
meter.
About 10 different types of EMF meters, whatever we could grab a hold of.
Yep, the theremin. We have a mini theremin that was really kind of cool. Just all sorts of odds and ends that you might see on the respective shows on TV, because I know a lot of people don't get into this unless they've seen some of the TV shows. So in just a few minutes, we will get started with the world's largest ghost hunt experiment. We're just waiting for a couple of team members to come down.
Still not here.
Do you have anything to say about, what else do we have?
Oh gosh, what kind of filler? Actually, I tell you what, why don't we do this while we're waiting? Do you guys have questions on what's happened tonight? Or questions in general? Because I know we had a very quick question session. So is there anything that you'd like to add or talk about while we're waiting? Sure.
So you said you've been waiting to get in here for a long time?
Yes.
Is the mummy the reason why, or is there anything else you're expecting or hoping?
There are some other stories, yes. The initial story that I heard was the mummy story. So in 2006, I think, they actually hosted a Ghost Stories art show in here. It was this little tiny exhibit, and because I was the only paranormalist in town, they asked me to come in. I had to come in at 6:30 in the morning. It was awful, and then I had to go teach. It was even worse. So I actually did do that, and that's where we started hearing some more of the stories coming up. Rui has added as well, so we'll have some new things coming in.
Where's the 2-headed cow?
Oh, half and half. The last time I heard about half and half, he was in Rui's office. I will have to ask him where that poor little thing went. They actually have the calf, and they have a two-headed chicken here as well. So,
But they had a room of oddities.
yes,
And that was so much fun.
they need to bring back, they called it the auditorium,
Yes.
which was hysterical, so they need to totally be bringing that
Yeah,
back.
they moved him out for a little while for a rest.
Yeah, I guess it's hard, it's
It might
hard.
need a little restoration or something, but they moved it out for a little while. So Nancy, okay, spirit sensitive members, if you come to the middle, please.
And what will we be doing in our
We're
next
doing
portion?
we're doing the experiment, so I need,
So are we bringing spirit in? Is
we
that
would
what you
like to bring, okay. So there, in this experiment, that the world's largest ghost hunt brought together, there was a ritual that we already performed before you all arrived. So, and that was to help energize the space and hopefully intrigue spirit to come in. So we are going to have Nancy reiterate
Yeah.
part of it to get that to
And then-
start. And then I'm going to have 3 questions. And I want you all to think about it. If you hear something in your head, please write it down or type it into a doc on your phone so that we can do a reveal later and see what the experiences are. I want you to take note of any senses, whether you think you heard it in your head, did you hear it in your ear, did you smell something, did it get cold all of a sudden, anything. Make a little note. So I will have 3 questions for the team. After they're done with that, then we're going to do a phase 2, and it's kind of like they're not really questions, but it's something to get the EVPs rolling. And Karen and Janet, if you're around, please be taking notes.
Okay. So if I could invite you all, if we could get sort of semicircled, if you're comfortable being close with each other so that we can have sort of a unified energy here a second. I promise I won't keep you near these people long. No, so if we can have just one semicircle would be great. So if you guys could come up, we can spread enough.
Us too, or?
No.
Okay.
Y'all don't count.
We don't count.
We don't count, we're not important enough.
Everybody in one line. Now, the reason I know that is I have no idea. Spirit is telling me. So if we can have everybody like that, that's great, that we can be all together. And then if we can be sort of completing the circle this way would be great. So if you guys can come sort of around
I
this
guess
way
you'll
so
have
we
to
can
come
make
next to me.
a
Oh, no.
circle.
It's okay.
So what happens is when we're asking Spirit to bring forward in some sort of a physical demonstration, whether it's an EVP or in some way, perhaps those who are taking pictures see orbs or a shadow or in some way, it takes a lot of energy for Spirit to kind of manifest into the physical realm. So we are together going to set our intent to raise our vibration and frequency to welcome Spirit in to our circle and invite them to please share with us. And so as we are close together in a circle, it helps us to conduct energy here into this space where we're welcoming. And so we may take a minute. Feel free. You don't have to close your eyes. It doesn't have to be that woo-woo. But if you want to, you certainly can to sense it better. But I would ask and invite that any of the spirits that are here in the museum or that we have brought forward with us as we have come here forward today, that are at the level of love and light, that are here to support us, to bring us knowledge or to tell us their story and share with us. This is the time we invite you to come forward, to join us in our circle as we share our energy to help you to come forward and manifest for us. We come as true seekers and true believers, asking you that as you come forward, we too receive you in love, in light, in truth, and in the quest for us to join together to have an experience tonight together with an understanding that there is more here of the world than that which we can see, touch, smell. So we thank Spirit for being here tonight. We thank Spirit for joining with us tonight. We invite each of you to give your own private thanks to Spirit for being here and for your own experience that we are having, and we turn it back to you. Okay. And you can move away from each other now.
Okay, so we're going to start with an EVP session. And so at our command central of World's Largest Ghost Hunt, there is a secret word that has been sent out as an intention into the universe. Does anybody receive that secret word? You can write it down, or you can, if somebody got it, go ahead and blurt it out.
I heard brick.
Brick, okay, anybody? Are sensitives? Anything?
Faith.
Faith?
I got one that's just totally off the wall, bubble gum.
I got bubble gum. No,
Brandy
seriously.
and Marina got bubble gum.
I got balance. And I
Those
am seeing
three B
something.
words. Those 3 B words.
See, I'm hearing a CR word, so, you know,
What is it?
I'm hearing, it's either crony or crayon. I'm hearing a CR
Okay.
word.
Okay. Okay, so first question. How do we look to you? And that was a car horn from outside.
That was a car horn from outside.
How do you experience time? What do psychics look like to you? Okay, this is beginning phase 2. And Brandy, would you like to start with some questions of your own?
Oh, so we get to ask anything?
We're now asking questions.
Okay, is Mary Wheeler here with us tonight? If the answer is yes, can you make the needle spike on the meter or indicate your presence? Is anyone from the baseball group with us tonight? Babe Ruth or Lou Gehrig or any of those fellows? If the answer is yes, can you make the needle spike, please? Nothing? How about the mummy's ghost? Try it anyway. Is the mummy here with us tonight? If the answer is yes, can you please make the needle spike?
Does our audience have any questions? Anybody over here?
Anyone have a question to ask?
Anything at all.
Her full name was Mary Wheeler, if that changes anything.
Okay. Is Mary Wheeler Eaton here with us tonight? Do you prefer your full name? Nothing?
What about the Alice that belonged to that uniform in the back, next to Mary's picture? I forgot her last name, sorry.
Landstruck.
Landstruck. But then it also had like a maiden name, or she was also known as something with an H.
Hilarious. If that's how it's pronounced.
Is she here?
Going to revisit the question from phase 1. There is a secret word that the intent has been put out into the universe. Can you tell us what that secret word is? The collective focus is we are one team in many locations. So throughout the entirety of the investigation and night, we will be paying attention to phantom scents. Command Central will be an item with a distinctive scent. Has there been any smells around you? And if I have a spirit in the room with us, if you can tell us a certain scent, we'd like to pick it up on EVP. If anybody focusing on our Command Central, what is the smell coming from there? How do they see us? Can they? Is their right and left the same as ours or mirror image?
And that was my camera shutting off.
Okay. So at our, I'm sorry?
Sorry, I'm sighing, I can feel a lot of energy here.
I do too. Light. I keep seeing like a light
Is there a color?
yellowish. I see yellow, like an aura.
Okay.
And I smell tobacco.
Yeah, I smell
I was
something
thinking
musty.
cigar.
Yeah, yes.
I'm like, is it body odor? No, I think I'll shower because I can smell like something real musty.
I feel like I'm about to start crying, but like in a good way.
Oh.
When we first came in?
It wasn't in the baseball room. It was in the mummy room.
Do you have that experience
Carissa,
often?
speak up, I can't hear
I
you.
had it
So when I first
upstairs.
came in, I smelled something in the back room by the mummy is. And what I smelled was the scent of salt water, but also actually being underwater. And yes, I know we are by the ocean. I did not smell the seawater in any of these other existing rooms in front. It was just in that back room.
Is there any reason why we would be smelling anything?
That room is close to, I mean, like the wall is, the outside is on the other side of that wall. Could be.
Is the, yeah, Mommy did.
I felt when I was with her, I could feel a ship with water. It didn't sink, but I could feel a very bad storm that it came through and the water coming up over it, and it would have been in the ocean. And so that tracks with what I got when I was in there.
Yeah, and I felt like I was like on a boat, you know, like when you get your sea legs and you're kind of like on the boat, like kind of rocky. I felt that.
So this was really strange as you were talking about the rocking. I felt like something just pushed my thumb like this to push this microphone away.
Well, to go along with it, didn't we hear Captain? They also said
Yes.
In the baseball room, we did have somebody who said that they were a captain. They did not go into much more detail though.
But we also heard Lance, and didn't you say one of the ladies, her name had Lance in it?
That's true.
What was that?
Somebody blew their nose, I think.
But everyone was in here.
It was just on the other side.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
She said there's a lot of energy in here.
Landstrom
When
was
you
what?
were pulling the group together
Okay.
at the beginning, that strip kept going on and off and on and off and on and off, and it has been steady since.
Is it because we bumped it?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't touching it.
Because
Are
she
you
was like, oh
whittling
yeah,
the
it's been
table?
doing that. I'm like, it's not doing it now.
Okay. So going on to the next one, we're asking Spirit. Command Central has put an intention in there of a tattoo from one of the Command Central members. What is that tattoo? And is it on the right or left?
I didn't understand the question.
So there is a Command Central member
Okay.
that has a tattoo, and we're asking Spirit if they can identify said tattoo, and is it on the right or left side of the member?
Right.
I get anchored.
I get left side.
Left side.
Yeah, anchor on left side.
Okay, we have 2 lefts and an anchor.
3 lefts.
3 lefts?
Yeah.
4 left.
4 lefts?
I have angel.
Did you get anything?
I got a right.
A right?
Yeah.
Can you see an image?
Yeah.
What image do you see?
Tattoo is right.
What's the tattoo of? Can you see that?
Barely.
Think about it. If you get it before you leave tonight, let us know, okay? Or you can have your folks email us, okay?
Okay.
I got right shoulder.
I see right. I feel like there's a flower in with the sign.
I'm getting left arm. Does this person have multiple tattoos?
Well, now you weren't wiggling, were you?
Can I just point out that right behind this wall, I just found all of these.
Crayons.
Yeah.
I thought that when you said crayon, that table
I
was
didn't
there.
know that was there. I'm just saying there's crayons and I got crayon guys.
He was going, okay.
Oh, it's thinking again, it likes that.
It likes it. I think it's a playful.
All right.
But yeah, I'm thinking
Even
it's
like we're not on that question
anymore.
Like a child spirit.
Could be.
Okay, in phase 1, we were asking about the secret word, and we also re-asked the question at the beginning. I'd like our team psychics to ask Spirit what that secret word is. And I want
There's
you
a
to go
whining
directly
sound.
to the spirits.
What's the beep? What's the high-pitched beep?
It was a piece of equipment over here.
Okay.
It's not any of those.
No, it sounded like it was coming from that
In a
way.
different room.
Well, it was somewhere.
That is not a quick, I'll be back.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Here, I'll go with her, actually.
Okay, for the team psychics to go to Spirit to ask what the secret word is.
So I'm hearing something with an SHR, like sharing or... It's not sharing though, but it has that kind of
Ship, sailboat, ship.
sherbert maybe. That'd be good.
Sherbert.
Maybe I'm just I don't know, but
Maybe it's bubblegum flavored sherbet.
maybe it's bubblegum sherbert. Shirt. Shirt.
Shirt. Shirt. Word.
Big word.
Come on, guys, words.
I'm still stuck on faith. I'm stuck on faith.
Still stuck on faith?
Yep.
Bubblegum?
Marina,
What?
did you get anything?
No, before I got bubblegum. Haven't gotten anything new.
Carissa, anything new?
Boring, but I don't know if that's the spirit or. What I got was why boring.
Okay.
Let us know which one of those is right.
Maybe it was all of them. Maybe instead of a secret word, it was a bunch of secret words.
Okay, so that's the end of our experiment for tonight. And we are now going to close the bridge portal.
Are we closing from spirit completely or just from the ghost hunt?
Do we need
part?
Randy?
We're going to close, it's closed completely because we're going to be doing review out there. Okay. So we thank and release our spirit guides and for guiding us, our guardian angels for their protection, our ancestors for connecting us with our higher self and giving us the higher knowledge, universal healers for healing us and lighting our paths of wisdom, the time guardians that synchronize us with all light, celestial and pure beings from all realms, dimensions, and locations, the gatekeepers and gateway protectors, we ask them now to hermetically close all portals, dimensions, gateways, realms, and bridge locations. We now thank you all and release you to standing as above, so below as one. The session is now closed. You are released back to your origins, and we wish for you to go in peace. None are given permission to follow us. We thank you all for coming forth and sharing your knowledge with us.